Dr. Howard Tucker is one of the most remarkable doctors in the world. At the age of 101, he still walked into the hospital, put on his white coat, and practiced medicine with a steady hand and a clear mind. In a time when most people retire by 65, Dr. Tucker became a symbol of what is possible when we care for the body and protect the mind. He lived through wars, medical revolutions, and cultural change. And through it all, he followed a simple routine built around a few key foods, daily habits, and a quiet belief in moderation. Have you ever wondered what allows a person to reach 100 while still living with energy, focus, and purpose? Today, we will take a closer look at the life of America's oldest practicing doctor. We will explore the meals he trusted, the rhythms he followed, and the mindset that helped him keep going strong for more than a century. By the end of this video, you might begin to see that longevity is not built in a single moment. It is shaped by the small decisions we make every day. Dr. Howard Tucker, America's oldest practicing doctor, lived past 100 with a strong mind, steady energy, and a deep sense of purpose. When asked about his secret, his answer was simple. Long life is not about chasing perfection. It is about making smart, consistent choices. Science now confirms what Dr. Tucker lived every day. Only a small part of your lifespan is controlled by genetics. The rest is determined by how you eat, how you move, and how you live. That means most of what shapes your future is in your hands right now. In this video, we will explore the daily foods and quiet lifestyle habits that Dr. Tucker believed in and that many long-living people around the world share. From brain-friendly fats to gut-healing vegetables, from movement to mindset, these small changes may help you not only live longer, but live better. Let's begin with what sits at the center of every long life. The food on your plate. If you walk into the kitchens of people who live long, healthy lives, you will usually find something green on the plate. Leafy greens are one of the most powerful foods for aging well. They are rich in vitamins, minerals, fiber, and plant compounds that protect the body as it grows older. Dr. Howard Tucker believed that food should be simple, balanced, and consistent. He never followed strict meal plans or trendy health fads. Instead, he trusted the basics. One of those basics was leafy greens: spinach, kale, Swiss chard, romaine lettuce, arugula, and mustard greens were all part of his regular diet. These vegetables are full of vitamin K, which helps keep bones strong and supports healthy blood clotting. They provide vitamin A for vision and immune support, and folate to nourish the brain. Many greens also contain plant compounds like lutein and zeaxanthin. These protect the eyes from age-related damage, including macular degeneration. But perhaps most important of all, leafy greens deliver fiber. As we age, the digestive system can slow down. Fiber helps keep things moving, supports gut health, and balances blood sugar. It also plays a role in managing cholesterol levels, which is essential for heart health and long-term energy. In places where people often live past 100, like Okinawa, Japan, Greece, leafy greens are a part of daily meals. These communities do not treat vegetables as a side dish. They treat them as the foundation of the meal. They grow them in their gardens, harvest them fresh, and prepare them in simple, traditional ways that preserve both flavor and nutrients. You do not need to eat a giant salad every day to enjoy the benefits. A small serving with lunch or dinner can make a meaningful difference. You can toss a handful of spinach into scrambled eggs. You can stir chopped kale into lentil soup. You can sauté Swiss chard with garlic and a drizzle of olive oil. The form does not matter. The consistency does. You can also blend greens into a smoothie, fold them into casserole, or serve them warm with lemon and herbs. If you do not enjoy bitter greens, try baby spinach or lightly cooked collard greens. Experiment until you find what works for your taste. There is no single rule. There is only the habit of showing up for your health every day. This is what Dr. Tucker understood so well. Longevity is not about rare superfoods or expensive powders. It is not about chasing the latest trend. It is about showing up for your body day after day in small and gentle ways. A serving of greens may seem simple, but over the years it becomes a quiet act of protection, care, and strength. And it may be one of the most powerful choices you can make to support your future. But there are not the whole picture. When people build meals that support longevity, they do not stop at vegetables. They build balance. And part of that balance comes from the fats they choose. In communities where people live well into their 90s and hundreds, meals are not built around butter, shortening, or highly processed oils. They are built around clean, plant-based fats that support the heart and brain. For Dr. Howard Tucker, that meant olive oil. Dr. Tucker used olive oil regularly in his meals, not because it was fashionable, but because it worked. It supported his heart, protected his brain, and added richness to his food without weighing it down. For him, olive oil was not just a condiment. It was a health choice made quietly, one meal at a time. Olive oil is a core ingredient in many of the world's healthiest diets, especially those followed in regions where people regularly live past 100. It is rich in monounsaturated fats, which help lower harmful cholesterol while supporting the kind that protects the heart. These fats are not just energy sources. They help strengthen cell walls, regulate inflammation, and stabilize hormones, especially important as the body ages. But olive oil offers more than just heart benefits. It contains powerful antioxidants called polyphenol. These compounds help fight inflammation and oxidative stress, which are two of the leading causes of aging and chronic disease. Inflammation may not always be felt, but it slowly wears down the body. Polyphenol act like a protective shield, helping to preserve cells, tissues, and even brain function over time. Dr. Tucker believed that the brain must be protected through daily habits. He viewed food not just as fuel, but as prevention. Healthy fats like those found in olive oil help build the protective layer around brain cells and support communication between neurons. This is essential for memory, focus, and long-term cognitive health. Unlike many oils found in processed foods, olive oil is not heavily refined. When used in its extra virgin form, it maintains more nutrients and carries a deeper flavor. That flavor often becomes a part of the experience of eating. It encourages slower meals, more enjoyment, and less mindless snacking, and that too supports longevity. In Dr. Tucker's view, meals did not need to be perfect. They needed to be thoughtful. A piece of whole grain toast with olive oil, a salad with lemon and garlic, or roasted vegetables with a light drizzle were all practical and beneficial ways to include healthy fats in daily life. If olive oil is not part of your current routine, it is easy to begin. Choose a cold rest extra virgin variety in a dark glass bottle. Store it away from heat and light to preserve the antioxidants. Use it as a base for salad dressings to finish cooked grains or as a topping on steamed vegetables. You can also use it in place of butter on bread or mix it with herbs for dipping. The goal is not to follow a strict formula. The goal is to support your body with ingredients that reduce harm and promote healing. Dr. Tucker often reminded others that eating well is not about what you remove. It is about what you include. Olive oil is one of the simplest inclusions you can make. But it does not stop here. Next is whole grains. If leafy greens give the body nutrients and healthy fats protect the heart and brain, then whole grains provide the steady energy that holds it all together. For people like Dr. Howard Tucker, who remained active and mentally sharp well past 100, food was never about restriction. It was about choosing ingredients that gave more than they took. Whole grains are grains that remain close to their natural state. They still contain all three parts of the grain: the bran, the germ, and the endoperm. These parts work together to deliver fiber, protein, vitamins, and minerals in a way that the body understands and uses efficiently. Dr. Tucker's approach to grains was simple. He did not avoid carbohydrates. He just chose the right kind: oatmeal in the morning, whole wheat toast with olive oil, brown rice with dinner. These were the types of foods that supported his routine. They were nourishing without being heavy and filling without causing spikes and crashes in blood sugar. This matters more than most people realize. Refined grains like white bread, white rice, or sweet breakfast cereals have been stripped of their natural fiber and nutrients. They digest quickly, which causes blood sugar to rise and fall in sharp waves over time. This kind of eating can increase the risk of weight gain, diabetes, and fatigue. Whole grains, on the other hand, break down slowly. They help stabilize energy levels and keep you feeling full longer. They also support the gut by feeding the good bacteria that protect the digestive system. This process supports digestion, reduces bloating, and helps the body absorb nutrients more effectively. But perhaps the most important role of whole grains in aging is how they protect the heart. Studies have shown that regular intake of whole grains can lower the risk of heart disease, reduce inflammation, and help manage cholesterol levels. For Dr. Tucker, whose specialty was neurology, this was especially important. A healthy heart means a well-fed brain. In addition to physical benefits, there is also a psychological one. Meals built around whole grains tend to be more satisfying. They offer a sense of fullness without heaviness. They provide energy that lasts through the afternoon or into the evening. And when meals are satisfying, people are less likely to snack on processed foods or sugar-laden treats. Dr. Tucker believed that aging well means building routines that feel natural. He did not aim for strict control over his meals. He aimed for balance. He ate foods that gave back to his body, not ones that drained it. That is what whole grains do. They offer a quiet form of nourishment that supports every major system in the body without excess, without confusion, and without regret. Adding whole grains to your meals does not require a complete lifestyle change. You can start by replacing white rice with brown or wild rice. You can choose steel-cut oats instead of sugary cereal. You can swap in whole wheat pasta or try ancient grains like farro, barley, millet, or quinoa. These small upgrades create a better foundation without forcing dramatic shifts. Even something as small as switching from a white sandwich roll to a slice of seeded whole grain bread can help. The change is subtle, but over time, the effects are real. The goal is not perfection, it is rhythm. When your meals follow a rhythm that supports your body begins to support you in return. Once the body has steady energy and healthy fats, the next step is to take care of what happens after the meal. Digestion is more than just breaking down food. It is the process that fuels the entire body from the immune system to the brain. And at the center of that process is the gut. Dr. Howard Tucker understood this well. He believed that if you take care of your gut, you take care of everything else. One of the simplest and most powerful ways to support gut health is through fermented foods. Fermented foods are foods that have gone through a natural process where beneficial bacteria break down sugars and starches. This process not only preserves the food but also fills it with living microorganisms known as probiotics. These probiotics help restore and maintain the balance of good bacteria in the gut. A balanced gut supports digestion, reduces inflammation, strengthens the immune system, and even improves mood. The gut is sometimes called the second brain for a reason. It communicates constantly with the nervous system. When your gut is healthy, your mind becomes clearer, your sleep improves, and your body becomes more resilient. Fermented foods are common in many long-living cultures. In Japan, it might be miso soup. In Korea, kimchi. In Europe, sauerkraut. In India, lassi or homemade yogurt. In the United States, a growing number of people are discovering kefir, kombucha, and even traditionally fermented pickles. Dr. Tucker often included plain yogurt in his meals and encouraged others to eat fermented foods that were simple and free from added sugars or artificial ingredients. You do not need to eat large amounts. Just a few spoonfuls of sauerkraut, a small bowl of unsweetened yogurt, or a glass of kefir several times a week can have real benefits. For those who are new to fermented foods, it is best to start small and allow the body to adjust. Over time, the gut becomes stronger, more balanced, and more able to handle the demands of daily life. Fermented foods also help the body absorb nutrients more effectively. This is especially important as we age because the ability to extract vitamins and minerals from food naturally declines with the help of probiotics. The body becomes more efficient, meals become more meaningful, and the same ingredients begin to offer greater value. Dr. Tucker often reminded others that aging well means respecting the systems that carry you through life. Your gut is not something you feel every moment, but it shapes every moment. It supports your brain, your energy, your mood, and your immune response. Including fermented foods in your routine is not about making a dramatic change. It is about adding something small that works behind the scenes. a quiet helper, a daily gift to your future self. Once the gut is supported and digestion flows smoothly, the next step is to focus on protection. Protection at the cellular level. Aging is not just about what happens on the outside. It is about what happens deep inside the body where cells are constantly working to repair, rebuild, and defend. That is where nuts and seeds come in. Dr. Howard Tucker believed that aging well did not require expensive supplements or restrictive diets. It required giving the body what it needed in small, regular doses. For him, nuts and seeds were part of that daily rhythm. Almonds, walnuts, chia seeds, and flax seeds showed up in his meals. Not as a trend, but as a habit. Nuts and seeds are rich in healthy fats, especially omega-3 fatty acids and monounsaturated fats. These fats help reduce inflammation and support the heart. They also feed the brain, which is made mostly of fat. In fact, studies have shown that people who eat nuts regularly have better cognitive function later in life and a lower risk of age-related memory decline. But the benefits do not stop with the brain. Nuts are high in vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that protects cells from damage. They also provide magnesium, a mineral that supports muscle function, blood pressure regulation, and better sleep. Seeds, especially flax and chia, are rich in fiber, which continues to support digestion and gut health. These tiny foods are also a great source of plant-based protein. As the body ages, muscle naturally begins to decline. Protein helps slow that process. Maintaining muscle is one of the keys to remaining mobile, independent, and strong into your later years. Dr. Tucker often reminded patients that strength is not just for athletes. It is for everyone, especially those who want to live fully. One of the best things about nuts and seeds is their convenience. You do not need to prepare them in a special way. You can sprinkle seeds on your morning oatmeal. You can keep a small container of almonds in your bag. You can blend walnuts into smoothies or use sunflower seeds as a crunchy topping on a salad. A small handful a day, about 1 oz, is enough to give your body the benefits without overdoing the calories. And if digestion is a concern, soaking nuts overnight can make them easier to digest and even improve nutrient absorption. In long-living cultures, these foods are often eaten raw, unsalted, and close to their natural form. They are not coated in sugar or hidden inside processed bars. They are respected for what they are: simple, powerful, and deeply nourishing. Dr. Tucker believed that no single food would change your life, but small things done consistently could. That is what nuts and seeds represent: quiet strength and daily protection. They are a small investment in your long-term energy, clarity, and resilience. However, you also have to pay attention to small things that could harm you in the long term. What you eat consistently shapes the health of your brain, heart, and body. Therefore, it is just as important what you choose to limit. Two of the most common threats to longevity are added sugar and processed foods. They are easy to overlook, but their effects build slowly over time. A spoonful here, packaged snack there. These small choices add up. Added sugar is found in more than just desserts. It hides in salad dressings, sauces, granola bars, flavored yogurts, and even bread. When consumed regularly, it can lead to sharp spikes in blood sugar, followed by crashes that drain energy and increase hunger. Over time, this pattern can contribute to weight gain, insulin resistance, and inflammation throughout the body. More concerning is how sugar speeds up aging from the inside. A process called glycation occurs when sugar binds to proteins in the body. This creates harmful compounds that damage collagen, stiffen blood vessels, and interfere with how cells function. Glycation has been linked to faster skin aging, heart disease, and cognitive decline. Dr. Tucker understood this. He was never obsessive, but he was intentional. He avoided sugary beverages, limited processed snacks, and enjoyed naturally sweet foods like fruit in moderation. His diet was built around real whole ingredients, things you can recognize and pronounce. Processed foods present another challenge. They often contain refined grains, trans fats, excessive sodium, and chemical preservatives. These ingredients do not nourish the body. They create short bursts of flavor but offer little in return. They are designed for shelf life, not human life. These kinds of foods are nearly absent. Meals are made from scratch. Ingredients are fresh, seasonal, and simple. People cook at home. They eat slowly. They share meals with others. You do not need to eliminate sugar completely or stop eating every packaged food, but small shifts can create long-term protection. Start by reading labels. Choose products with fewer ingredients. Replace soda with herbal tea. Swap processed snacks for fruit, nuts, or plain yogurt with cinnamon. Use honey or maple syrup sparingly and only when needed. Dr. Tucker believed in moderation. He did not forbid treats, but he did not build his life around them either. His focus was always on nourishment. Food, in his view, should support your future, not rob you of it. Choosing to reduce sugar and processed foods is not about restriction. It is about respect. It is a way to honor your body, protect your energy, and give your brain and heart the best chance to keep working well for as long as possible. Dr. Howard Tucker once said, "Retirement is the enemy of longevity." He meant that purpose, not age, keeps people alive. He lived that truth. He ate real food. He moved his body. He stayed curious. He worked. He laughed. He paid attention. He did not chase youth. He built strength quietly every day. His secret was not in a pill or a plan. It was in rhythm, reason, and responsibility. Eat well, sleep deeply, stay useful, keep learning, cut the noise, avoid the sugar, then repeat it again tomorrow. That is how you live to 100